presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Ben in San Jose. Ben, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
I just wanted to thank you and your team and everything. I've been using your technique with the 10-minute charts, watching the VIX, and just making a fortune here on the futures.
Isn't it interesting? That's awesome, man.
It's wonderful. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great week, folks. Don't take anything personally. Ignore the opinions of others. Whatever people do, feel, think, or say, don't take it personally. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system, so whatever they think about you is not about you, but is about them. This is a tricky card, man. I like it, but it's a tricky card. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 490, Nasdaq up 106, S&P's up 52, gold contract down $1.20, trade at $16.55 an ounce. Got silver up 16 cents, $19.23 an ounce. Light sweet crude flat, $84.65 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note down 2 ticks, trading 109.23. The 30-year off 25 at 118.11. And King Dollar trading down 20 ticks, 111.991. The euro's at 98. The yen is out here at a price point of 148.87. The British pound is at 112 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, bottom line is you're not going to get an ABC, but you have a market that wants higher price. So we take a look at this. You had nice volume on Friday, man. Volume came in, pushing it to the swing. You get the SPY trading 379.39. It looks like it's going to basically take the top of this range out. You get the top of the range out. That's telling me that the next stop would be 390. And right now you're at 379. You know, and we'll see what kind of flack it gets up at 390, but that's where I expect you're going to see it. The NDX 100 now is going to get interesting because the NDX very well could get the volume. Depends on how volatile we get coming into the close. So that's only 51 million. It needs 70 million, man. Well, it needs 69.7. We'll see. Let's take it. Say it's got the B point out right now, so we'll see whether it goes. It almost had an ABC structure up intraday, which was a monster one, by the way. Oh, let's see, volume's coming in right now. Let me see what we got here. You get 9 minutes on this one. Yeah, they're running them now, man. You got 1.3 million. We needed 1.2 coming over. It's not bad. That's saying you can. Let me just add this up here. That's 78, 72, $6. That gives you 281. Now, this is an intraday one, but what's so cool about this, I love these when they do intraday ones. Yeah, look at 283 is the next swing. This thing's going to. I suspect the Qs will probably run to this 292. And then let's go into the good old dollar, because the dollar is running the show out here. Now, what's really intriguing, of course, is that the dollar is just flat, and yet this market is taken off. And I suspect it has to do with people speculating that this thing's going to break down, because you can see what the dollar did today. The dollar got under its trend line, meaning the channel line that starts at 105, 196. You know, my take is you need a break with conviction. A break with conviction is you're going to get wide price spread. I suspect we're going to get it, though. That's what's going on. And if we go over to the yen, this will get interesting, because what you had out here, and I was talking about this Friday, both interventions, they looked exactly the same, meaning chart-wise, okay? The first intervention took place on the 22nd of September. We went from 145 to 140.36. Bang, the next day, it goes back up to 143 and then took off again. This one here went from 151 to 146. And guess what, man? They better come in quick because the market is stronger and bigger than everyone, folks. And that's, I don't think there's not many of us that were around when Soros him and his partner broke the Bank of England. But the bottom line is that central banks can break when they're forced into buying or supporting their currency. And there was a couple questions about the aspect of when you're supporting the currency, how does it actually work? What happens, folks, is this. This is where the reserves are so important that you have. And what it is that, so the Central Bank of China, Bank of Japan has a lot of reserves, okay? But they don't have unlimited reserves. So when they're going in to support it, they're losing money hand over fist, man. They got to buy, and they don't want to be buying their own currency because it's fiat. Why are we going to buy our own currency? But they have to buy their own currency because it's taken off, So bottom line, we'll see whether they can handle it. Let's go over to the natural gas market because there's a whole trip. We keep getting a lot of calls on natural gas. And the one thing that you got to understand about natural gas, folks, is that the bottom line, you have to be able to move it around. Well, guess what? They're pumping so much oil out of Texas, again, okay, that natural gas is free this morning in Texas. Free. Yeah, it's just about to go negative. So the real question is, and what it is that, I wouldn't be trading natural gas right now. That's the bottom line. Because what you have is that the pipelines, okay, so picture what happens here, is that first you have the aspect of, and in the United States, gas is still going for, let's see, energy, I think it's $5 here right now, right? Yeah, we're going, so it's $5.20 a BTU, right? This morning in Texas, it was 20 cents. And what it is that all the pipelines are full coming out of Texas with natural gas. And they can't get rid of it. Now, and that is not an anomaly, just so you can understand that. What you can do is you can pull natural gas and put Bloomberg on it. They've done a nice job, and I don't think that's behind the gate either. I think that you can get this article. And what it is that when they are pumping huge amounts of oil, which they are right now in Texas, the amount of gas, they go negative sometimes 3 to 6 times a year. A year. That's how much natural gas, they can't get it out of there. So, yeah, over in Europe, they're paying $28, we're paying $5, and guess what? If you can figure a way out to get it over in Europe, you just get it out of there. I mean, I'm sure people rack their brains like, okay, how do we get this done when they will give it to you all day long? Because the bottom line, if they can't let it back up, they're going to flare it out. And it's dangerous. That's the bottom line, but, Market-wise out here, let's take a look. You get the Dow up 492, Nasdaq's up 109, S&Ps are up 54. Silver, and hey, we did get, folks, on Friday, you did get the streamers starting to move inside the gold market. So if you're in that gold market, we did get Royal Gold, we did get Franco-Nevada to get some juice on the upside. That was the first in a real long period of time. Stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, coming up next.
Teddy Kegstad has just announced a live webinar coming up for subscribers to his newsletter, The Tiger Forex Report. Wednesday, October 26th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Teddy will be hosting a live 60-minute webinar, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report newsletter. In this 60-minute webinar, Teddy will be discussing a full breakdown of the markets that influence currency pairs, as well as applying those variables to individual currency pairs, how to evaluate trading scenarios for risk versus reward, as well as a live question and answer session. Sign up now and gain instant access to this live webinar coming up, as well as a month subscription to Teddy's Tiger Forex Report, which comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Don't miss out on this live webinar event with Teddy Kegstad, Wednesday, October 26th. Sign up now for the Tiger Forex Report at the front page of TFNN.com.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today, and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials up 506. The Nasdaq's up 121. S&Ps are up 56. They're running it, baby. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Steve does an outstanding show here every trading day. 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Also, it's a great newsletter, Mastering Probability. Now, it's very easy to get Steve's newsletter. Come over to our website at TFNN. Go into newsletters. You'll see it on the right-hand side. Just hit that subscribe button. You can get Mastering Probability for 1 month for $149. You get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 or 22%. And you can get it for 1 year for $1195, which is a savings of $593 or 33%. Now, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, folks, okay? So the bottom line, you can go over, you can check it out, you can get it. Steve has a lot of great archives on there if you really want to understand how he looks at the market every day. Extensive newsletter. You check it out. If you like it, you keep it. If you don't, doesn't work for you, 28 day, just cancel it. And, bottom line, c'est la vie. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, I am not as young as I used to be. And that means that operating on 3 hours of sleep is a tough thing to do.
Yeah. So you're riding.
No, you know what it was. Unlike you in Tampa, you guys get Sunday night, Monday night football games. In Miami, we get them like once every 5 years or so.
Oh.
So they were into and even though we have a somewhat covered rooftop,
yeah,
and all the games are at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's a scorcher. I don't care if you're sitting in the shade.
I agree.
It's a scorcher. So the opportunity to go to a night game, and it didn't start till 8:20. So I knew that was a problem because I'm usually in bed by 8 o'clock or so, and I couldn't get to sleep. By the time I got home and tried to unwind, it was like 3 o'clock.
That was a great game, though, man.
It was, but they should have kicked a field goal. Would have gone up by 2 scores, and
I know.
Put so much pressure on the fan base.
If you didn't see it, folks, okay, and they did the stats on it, it was like, it's interesting. It was only a 1.76 difference, I guess. You know what I mean? It was like, him kicking it. Yeah, I thought that was intriguing.
Yeah, but go up by 2 scores. Though.
Oh,
that's
big
always,
time. Yeah,
right?
it's a no-brainer. Right.
That's what I thought.
Right.
And so, but anyway,
wow.
So I know that folks are searching for a bottom in this market. So I thought we'd take a look at what the instruments are telling us. And I'll take us back to 2007.
Okay.
And so the S&P formed a weekly, so this is a weekly chart that we have up on the screen. The S&P formed a weekly, what I refer to as a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. You mentioned the newsletter, pretty extensive, and has a bunch of archives out there. And this is a great pattern. Everybody should understand this pattern because it works for all time frames, all instruments. And what it does, it's really telling you when a market is completely stretched. I have a set of tools that you use that helps you identify these tops and these bottoms. If we take a look at the bottom that formed in 2009 on a weekly basis for the S&P 500, it was a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom and a TD9 count bottom. Another pattern that I teach, when these patterns are present, you really want to pay attention. That doesn't mean they're always going to work, but when markets make bottoms or tops, it's typically with these patterns that we have. If we go back and take a look at the 2000 high, and there's a blue arrow up here, it turns out that was another Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. And when we take a look at the 2002 low, it was a TD9 count bottom. There's this little 9 count, maybe hard to visibly see out there, as well as a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. So this might be the silliest question of the week, but I've only been on 3 hours of sleep. And so what patterns should we be looking for on a weekly chart for the Dow or the S&P to suggest a bottom may be in? Yeah, it would be a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom and a TD9 count. Well, it turns out that last week for the S&P 500, it generated a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. Now, the reason why I say it generated that, Tom, and everybody else that's listening, is because my patterns get confirmed with either bullish or bearish reversal candles. In the case of a market moving lower, it would be a bullish reversal candle on a weekly basis. Last week was the bull sash candle. That confirmed a nice bottom. Now, the question, though, is does that mean that the bottom is in? And as my good friend Lee Corso would say, not so fast. So when we take a look at, and the reason why I say not so fast is this is a monthly chart for the SPY. So I heard you talking about the A to B equals CD patterns out there.
Yes.
Intraday, during the day. Here's a monthly chart. And if we take a look at the monthly chart, it has a confirmed, this is the SPY now, and so everybody can do this on their charting package. This has a confirmed A to B equals CD to the downside. The B point was passed in September with volume out there. So we've got a confirmed A to B equals CD to the downside. That says that's got a first on the SPY, a first price projection of 313. The second one would be in the 281-ish area out there. So the monthly chart is saying, hey, not so fast. And many of the other index ETFs, so we've got the diamonds over on the left, the SPYs, the Qs, the Russell 2000, the semiconductors via the SMHs, and the IYT. Just to take a look at the general overall market, there's many confirmed A to B equals CD to the downside patterns out here on a monthly basis. Now, if the SPY can close above 411.73 by next Monday, which is the September high, then that would be a signal that perhaps this was a bottom and that there would be a change in trend. So we really need the market to answer that question for us. And the reason that I use that, if we take a look at, Tom, I've got this little green arrow out here. So, and what those green lines are showing is just simply the high of the prior month. And a real easy thing for folks to do is in a bull market, what we will see is we will see the highs get taken out and closed above. And so that's why the 411.73, if we take a look at since the high in the SPYs on the monthly basis, the highs have never been taken out all the way down. And when I say taken out, folks, I'm referring to a close above. So we want to watch this 411.73. I don't think it looks like by next Monday, but you never know. Anything is possible out there. And if price closes above it, then that says, okay, maybe we do. But since it's likely that that's not going to occur, I believe it's the A to B equals CD to the downside. That is in play out there for the diamonds, the SPYs, the Qs, the SMH, and the IYT. They all have confirmed monthly A to B equals CD patterns. Now, if we turn to the short-term time frame, and I heard you talking about A to B equals CD patterns on the daily charts, the diamonds, so we're looking at the diamonds on the daily time frame on the left, the weekly in the center, the monthly on the right. So we can see the monthly A to B equals CD to the downside. The daily on Friday passed its B point with volume.
Right.
The B point had 4.6 million. This passed it with volume. So this has got a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD that would take us to about the 323 level, 1-to-1.272, the 329 area. And if we take a look at the weekly chart, last week, the SPYs, or the diamonds that is, the diamonds closed above the prior week's high. So we just talked about that on a monthly basis out there.
Yes.
So this is suggesting that we should see higher price. One of the other tools that I use to help us identify support and resistance are those TAS market profiles on a weekly basis. That's up at the 328.97. So we've got 323 as an A to B equals CD target. We've got 328 on the weekly basis as to where price is likely headed to. So I think we've got short-term moves higher, but it's likely just simply going to set up a Gartley sell pattern out there. And when I take a look at the Dow Diamonds, today is going to be bar number 8 of a TD9 count pattern, Tom.
Nice.
And so that says that we should see a top in the Dow Diamonds form between today and Wednesday out there. So folks are tuned into the radio show, the Trader's Edge show from 11 to 12, and I'll keep them updated on this pattern.
You gotta love it, man. I mean, you know what's so cool about this, folks, okay? You're talking about a monster consolidation. ABC up, then trade the bigger one on the way down. I got it. And you know what's so cool, Steve? We know that you get another counter trend bounce like this. People are gonna say, oh, it's gonna go to the moon again. It's like, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, man, you have a great one, safe
care,
one.
Tom.
We look for a show tomorrow.
Thank you.
Get some sleep.
Will do.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 480 right now. Nasdaq's up 115. S&Ps are up 53. Let's go inside the Dow Industrials and see where this strength is coming from. So, there we go. Every single Dow stock is, look at this. This is the first time I've seen the Dow leading in, oh my God, I can't remember when. A long time, man. So here you go. United Health putting 63 positive points, Amgen 60, Home Depot 54, Microsoft 33. There's not one stock that's not positive. Disney is the weakest. That's putting almost 1 point into it. That's it. So the bottom line, you get big numbers out here. We go to the NDX 100, and bottom line of the NDX, you're going to see we're higher, but it's the China stocks that are absolutely smoked. Look at this. Pinduoduo down 24%. 24% one day. JD off 13%, Baidu off 12%, and NetEase off 10%. We go over to Pinduoduo, what you're going to see out here, bottom line, China was down about 7.5% last night. Oh, look at this. Pinduoduo actually went to 38. Oh, my God. Anyway, that's good. These stocks are going to get destroyed, folks. Here, let me show you the Hang Seng last night, because what you have, money's walking. There's no doubt, Xi got what he wanted. The moderates are out. He's got all his gang of, all his buddies are in there. There's no doubt about it. And we take a look at this Hang Seng, what you're going to see. The Hang Seng is almost back to 2008. This is going to be, kind of a struggle. Money's going to continue. My take is come out of that market. So look at this. Here's 2008. Bottom line, the low of 2008 is 10,676. You're at 15,000 right now. Let me put this volume up, because the volumes work really great in China too, man. That's the bottom line. Let me see what we have. So, okay, you don't have an ABC. Oh, hold it 1 second. That's a monthly, so I wouldn't get that number anyway. Well, doesn't mean you can't go to the low, though. 10,670 is game. That's the real bottom line. So, what you can see, talk about the consolidation. Oh my God! So this came over the 2006 highs in January 2018. Then just gave it up in spades. And you're talking Alibaba, all those big tech stocks. Bottom line, see ya. They are basically destroyed, and they're gonna have a harder time bringing money in. That's just how it works, man. You start leading out, it's a whole different ball game coming back in. Let's go take a look at Newmont. We're talking about the aspect of who's accumulated. We always watch Fidelity, and one of the targets picked this up for sure. That between April and June, Fidelity increased their stake by 18%, according to Morningstar. They do. Of Newmont right now, they do. They own, here, check this out. They haven't been buying more since then. So, let's see. I see what's going on here. So, this is interesting. Okay, so here you are. Fidelity right now owns 3.43% of it. Let's see, September. So it's going to be November around the 13th or 14th that we'll get the next numbers. But, as of, Two Sigma owns that's only 0.6. Yeah, Fidelity's been buying it. There's no doubt about that. And it's still going nowhere, though. When you look at Newmont, it's like, oh my God, man. It finally, had a little volume on Friday, but watch this. The rest of these, FNV, like what I was talking about, the streamers finally get going. You take a look at Franco-Nevada. You can see we picked up in volume, good. 570,000 shares. We're going against 800. I suspect it's going to get up there, though. Royal Gold did the same thing. What you have with Royal bottom line, you can see that uptick, 483,000. Your swing is up there at 420. And in most of them, we had a nice sign of strength. That's the bottom line. What I expect we're going to see here more than anything is King Dollar cracking. It looks to me like that's on the agenda. And this is how this goes, which is really cool. So check this out. You see this sideways move that we have out here today? That's what you actually need, because that's the building cause. And if we get 2 or 3 days of this, that's when it will be like, okay, man, you are ready to croak. And what we'd be looking for is that we'd be looking for one of these big moves as big as last Friday, going back to, I want to see like a 1,500 tick move down. Okay, that'd tell you that because we don't have volume on the dollar, that would be a nice sign of strength. Normally a sign of strength, like you see wide price spread and accelerated volume. In this particular case, we don't have the volume, so that's how we got to basically look at it. We go take a look at, we definitely got big dogs coming out this week. Okay, we go to Amazon first. Amazon's going to be coming out after the close on Thursday. Let's see, that's aftermarket. Let's see, Microsoft, all these, man. So Microsoft's going to be tomorrow after the market. Let's go look at Microsoft first. So Microsoft, 26 million shares, we get 18. Still wants higher price, but it's not an ABC up. Let's see. Google, that's the 25th also. That's up $1.49. Google's having a hard time moving at all, man. It's really interesting, actually. So, now that being said, Google still wants higher price. Google's trying to get over this 101. We go to Tesla. Tesla, you know, bottom line, he came out this morning saying that he's having a hard time selling product in China. Has to come down on price. So the stock goes to 198 and bounces right back again, man, which is unbelievable. So, you know, I wouldn't be shocked, Tesla. That's the bottom line. You can see, well, let's bring this up, okay, because Tesla is at the bottom of its consolidation, and it's held. You know, this 206 is a big number. This holding today is saying quite a bit, because the bottom line is that, what was the notice they come out with? The bottom line, he came out with the aspect that he's having a hard time moving product in China because of the fact that, you know, prices are up. You know, they still have restrictions that are out there that basically, you know, a stop in the aspect of the amount of cash that can go through the system. So, you know, we'll see how that shakes out. But that is a positive for Tesla, that it can hold on a day that they come out and the stock dives, and what does it do? Snaps right back. Let's go take a look at the euro. So we got the euro, because I'm curious as to, like, what's going to move first. Okay, so the euro's up there a little. We take a look at the pound. The pound, you're going to get a new prime minister in the next couple days out there. Pound's not holding. I think it's going to be, looks to me like you're still going to be dealing with the aspect of the yen and more than likely the euro. But the pound, these guys get problems over there, man, in a huge way. Never mind, you know, well, they get problems more than Putin. They have debt problems. They have reissue problems. The reissue market, that's where this thing is going to get tight, folks. Reissue, what I mean specifically is you have bonds, the bonds turn over, you got to reissue the bonds to pay the debt, you know, because these big companies, man, they believe in as much debt as they can get, and that's a problem in the area that we're in right now. Dow Industrials up 461, Nasdaq's up 112, S&P's up 51. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today.
An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 450, Nasdaq's up 105, S&Ps are up 49. Let's go take a look at the TLT for a couple of the targets out here. So you get the TLT. This is the 20-year plus bond ETF. The low for the year right now is today is 91. The high is 155. Okay, so this thing, yeah, I mean, this thing's on its way to 88, 87. I wouldn't be buying this, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, this is going low, man. If it breaks the 87, let me see something. So we broke the 93. 87's next, man. Yeah, 87's the number here. It's pretty amazing. So look at the thing that's really crazy here is that if we go back to June of 2011, that's where, kind of where we were now. And so that was what, 11 years? No, 9 years, 2020. And then a year and a half to get back to that level. So, yeah, definitely that's not a buy. We go to Nike. We take a look at Nike out here. So this is, well, it's good that it tested. So what happened with Nike is this, okay? Last Thursday, that came down on volume, and this is good. If you're a bull on Nike or you're looking to get Nike, this is good that it actually tested it today. So the low of last Thursday was 86.60. We went to 86.24, rejected it. So that's saying, this Nike's going to have to build cause for a while. And, I can tell you from the aspect of this whole China deal, folks, this is going to affect large companies in a very huge way. Because all our large companies, you can really basically put China across them. It doesn't, I don't care if it's Home Depot, Walmart, and I'm sure they're scrambling right now on these supply lines in a monster way because the risk value of continuing to basically do business there is like way too high. It's a monster. There's no doubt about it. We go take a look at the VIX. Everyone's talking about the VIX. The VIX that continues to move higher, and you can see that if you the VIX is at 30.22 right now, right? And what you're going to get, right? And I can see this because I was trading options this morning. I day traded almost every day. What happens is that you can see it was elevated all morning long, okay? Now, what happens, and this is, you got to wrap your head around this for a second. So let's picture, Steve and I were just talking about the aspect that, we think that, okay, we get a counter trend bounce that's going to go higher, then you're going to go lower. Well, guess what? Like we're little raindrops in the context of, trading versus huge funds. there's plenty of funds that I suspect are thinking the exact same thing. Now, what they're going to do is that they are going to basically buying protection all the way up. They could be going long, and they're buying protection the whole way. And what that does is that that's going to get them insurance for what they feel is going to be the next leg down. That's why you're seeing that VIX stay at elevated places, because you got to remember something. The VIX is predicated on volume, period. That's all it is supply and demand. And what that's saying is that the demand is extraordinary. So what the market makers do, they get worried. They're going to be delta neutral, whether you buy or sell a VIX. The bottom line is that there is more demand right now for protection and that's why the VIX stays high. And I suspect it's going to stay high for a bit, because you're going to get the aspect of everyone loading up, on the insurance product. That's what it comes down to. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at a couple of chip stocks. So we start with NVIDIA. Okay, so NVIDIA, 132. We're at 126. Okay, so I think this wants to run to 132, and the real question is going to be, does it get any juice at 132? Because if we get juice at 132, then you can get some action. Just a pure counter trend bounce, I suspect, will bring it to that 132 area. We go take a look at the silver market. So silver's up 12 cents. Silver had stayed positive today, even as gold had gone down. Yeah, this is not bad. Silver's ready to get up there and challenge that 2131 once again. It looks to me like, the metals in general, that's where they want to challenge. Now, let's go look at the oil market. So, I want CLZ. No. Yeah. Okay, so 84.74. Yeah, this still can't get out of its way, man. So, try to get higher today. You get light volume, really. It's an inside day, but this is my take is oil still wants lower price, man. It looks to me like oil's going to go right back down to these lows out there of 75, 70. We're all going to learn a lot about the twists and turns inside of the energy markets, particularly like what are the real prices, okay? Because the bottom line is that I believe that the energy department set up that they're going to buy oil back at 70, and I suspect they could probably, we're at 84, I suspect you're going to be able to buy back as much as you want. One of the, if you're a poker player, one of the real tells this morning that the amount of oil that's being pumped is the amount of gas that is in Texas. The Permian Basin, they are pumping like beyond belief, okay? Because the bottom line is if gas is already down to zero and it's going to go negative, they're going to just start burning it. That tells you quite a bit. We haven't been there for a couple years. And that was a normal occurrence. It had in the Bloomberg series, that was a normal occurrence 2 to 6 times a year when they were cranking it as much as they, had at that particular point. And so just to follow through, do you understand how this whole deal works in the Permian Basin? What had happened is that these frackers, when they came out, they were putting so much money into it that oil was going up and they were still losing money. That is one of the main reasons that they were slowing down. They weren't slowing down because, bottom line, they needed permits around. They had everything they needed. The difference is all of a sudden, basically, whether it's 6 weeks, 8 weeks ago, they just decided that, hey, we're going to go full blast again. We're going to blow it out, and that's what they're doing. So you're going to see the amount of barrels go up dramatically also. Dow right now is up 426. Nasdaq's up 99. S&P's up 45. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 390, Nasdaq's up 85, S&Ps are up 41. Let's go take a look at the overall volume. We had great volume on Friday, folks, last Friday. Look at that Dow. The Dow did 1.2 billion. You get 700 million right now. That'll probably bang 900. And the composite, we did 4.7 on Friday. That's going to be good number two, man. We're 4.3 right now. That's going to hit 4.7, 4.8. So I expect what you're going to see here is that this rally is going to continue. I want to see this right here, though. Okay, so you're coming into the 18th. So we're looking at, I want to see what the volume was in the 18th. Yeah, see, you need 5 billion shares in the composite to do an ABC up. It's not going to do 5 billion. The Dow's the leader, man. That's the bottom line. That thing is moving, and it's almost like, and this is really smart, actually, is that what happens, folks, is that the equities that have the strongest balance sheets and basically, have been around a lot. And it's not that it's a huge growth, but they're just steady as they go. When you see something defensive, and I expect that's what is happening here, you have huge amounts of money that's pouring in there. Just the amount of money that came out of the Hang Seng last night, and I suspect more is going to come out tonight. People are going to get serious about this. And that money is going to basically flow more than likely, into number one, our markets. And it looks like, the winner has been the aspect of the Dow. Yeah, hey, Ma Bell's on a run, man. Ma Bell, T, we got a question here. Is the next swing 18? Yeah, no. Ma Bell looks to me, this is going to run right up to like 1824. That's when it's going to build cause again. Yeah, it's a big turnaround. There's no two ways about it. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Have a great night, folks. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 in the morning. Great show, folks.